Hey everybody, welcome to my Beauty Empire CEOs. I hope all is well today. Now, we're going to talk about getting into talking about how to become a beauty empire CEO. And basically, what it is we're going to start talking about business and we're going to gather some basic information first, but we're going to talk about salon business is the beginning of salon business 101. So, this is the subject and the topic, and we're going to briefly discuss it because it's going to be an ongoing thing. And what I want you to do is you can text beauty to 833-247-6465 and you will get some more information about when we're going to do classes and when we're going to do training, and maybe we'll get on some private Zoom so where we can kind of interact and I can meet you and you not only see me on this video, you can see me and talk to me, one-on-one. So I will be informing you on that. But if you have some comments, please, and then wherever you're seeing this, please like it, share the information. If you know of any other beauty professionals or somebody's coming out of beauty school, let them know about this here community here that we're building over here. So we're going to, in 2024, we're going to do extremely great things to grow our profession, grow our business. I've been in the industry for over 30 years, and you guys kind of know my story that have already heard me speak on it, and it has been very rewarding for me in this industry, and it's been very, very educational at the same time. And I've been a booth renter. I've been a salon owner with 2 salons. I've also worked in the corporate salons, and I've also been a manager at one of the salon corporations that I've worked with. And I've also went back and got my instructor license. I've been an instructor beauty educator for about 9 years now, going on 10. Yay, March will be 10 years. And now working on doing a beauty school all in itself. So I am so excited of the career and the travel. And then also I'm a business consultant with all of that entwined as well. So and then I do more outside of the beauty industry. I also consult other businesses as well. But my baby is helping you because I know this industry in and out, and I want you to. I'm 54 now, so I want you to, and I'm not ashamed to tell my age. Hi, look. Just messing with you guys. But anyway, I have a love for this industry, and this industry has been good to me, and I want it to be good to you too as well. So let me get my mic here so where you can hear me a little clearer and give you some information and talk about this industry. So now that for starters today, we're going to talk about the basics of this business, the business part of of a salon, of anything. If you want to open up any kind of business in the beauty industry, this not only applies to beauty, but business, but this is what we're going to be talking about, our salon businesses. And going into business for yourself, being a CEO, building an enterprise. The vision that I see when I speak to you about beauty enterprise CEO that I've established and I've birthed this platform here. I see you opening up multiple businesses. I see you hiring employees. I see you running a multi-million dollar beauty salon or whatever in the industry that you want to do, whether it's going to be open up your product store. There's a lot in this industry for you to do. Definitely for those that look like me, we are behind the wheel. We're behind the wheel when it comes down to getting out here and making it happen. Okay. So now we're going to talk about 2 things: owning your own salon, and possibly we may just kind of like give the differences with the booth rental thing. But what I really want to talk to you about today is owning and opening up a salon, being a CEO. And it's a huge undertaking for sure, for sure. But let me explain to you and give you some information on the things that I've done when I've opened mine. And then I also, well, I got to re-record it, but I want to give you a salon rental, what things to look out in when you're renting a booth, or not a booth, or renting a building for your brick and mortar. Okay, I want to talk to you about that and give you some great tips that I got from someone in the real estate department and the SBA, and they broke it. They broke. Well, actually, they told me that the the lease agreement that I had, what I'm saying is I broke it down to you the way they told me that it should be. That's how it should be for you. So I want you to win out here, and I don't want you to, go get in, have any more problems than what you're gonna have to do running the business. I don't want you to have a very excellent and smooth experience in whatever you do to help your client. So now, what we need to first talk about is going to be about your location. And some of the things that about your location that I did discuss is make sure that you kind of know that you got that good location. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to stalk and chicken hawk a little bit of the location where you are. Okay. Or where you want to be. You're gonna have to find out at nighttime. Go and ride by the building at nighttime and see what's going on. Go and make sure that go and make sure that the other tenants there, how's the business there? Is it traffic? Do clients want to come there? Those kind of things. Just find out a little bit more about that particular facility. But I'll talk to you more about that in that salon lease agreement training that I have. So now, and make sure when you are finding a location, make sure that you think how your clientele is going to be and how many people you're going to serve, whether you're going to have a full staff, and then you want to make sure you have plenty of parking. And the main thing before we even talk about any of that basic stuff, and before you even sign the lease, you want to make sure that you are really doing your homework and writing out a business plan for mainly, let's talk about the section for as a target market, targeting your audience and making sure that you will be targeting the right people for the services that you want to give to your salon. For instance, just like certain, if you're this chick or you're this guy that mainly you're going to do African Americans and 4C hair, you're not going to want to be in a place that's predominantly another particular, race of people. You're not going to do well there because your clientele is not going to be there. So you got to know your market. You got to know your area. Just because you get in a nice area and you feel like it's nice, don't concentrate on that. Let me tell you, you have to target your people. You have to target your clients, your future clients. You have to target your audience. That is the bottom line. You can do anything else. You can do anything else any other day of the week, but targeting that market is going to be very important. And like I said, amongst other things, and we get into all of the how to set yourself apart, how to have that unique selling proposition. So we'll be talking about all of those things, but we can't talk about everything in one setting in one day. And so also know who else have salons in your areas. You don't want to be around too many salons and avoid. So in other words, you want to avoid the competition. You don't want to be too close to every other salon. You ought to make sure, I would say, about probably a good 2 or 3 miles at least. And I know when I was let me tell you, when I was in my first salon, my first own, outside of working in the salon and working as a stylist with big corporations, I was working. It was in the strip mall, and the landlord, she didn't care. It was me. I was salon there. It was another salon next to me, and then eventually another female came in there. But all of us always had our clientele. But here again, I was blessed, and I'm sure the rest of them felt that way too. The stylists, the other salon owners, that we already had our clientele, and they wasn't going to nobody else. They loved us, so we had already kind of built that relationship with them. But yeah, so you don't want to do that. That's the mistake that I can say. And then when the crash happened, it really made it hard. So 3 salons right there together. So you can imagine how that could have ended up, right? So anyway, I moved out of that location because the economy was just so different. In the area where I was, the area kind of was like going down, over the years. But I had a lot of, and I had a lot of renovation to do to that building. Back then, I probably spent like, probably wasn't to me, it was about a lot because I was starting out by myself. I think I probably spent about $4 or $5,000 just even renovating. I'm talking about just before I even opened the doors. And then I end up buying this salon equipment from this female because I think somebody else had somebody else knew that I think the guy was going to do her wedding, and he knew that she wanted to sell her salon equipment or whatever, and I purchased all of her salon equipment. So that's how I started out. And I had my three dryers. I had the stations and the shampoo bowls, and then I had the dryers and the chairs for the shampoo bowls, and then I also had like four styling stations. Yeah, so I had a package there. And then I had to buy me a little front area, buy me a little sofa. I think I ended up purchasing that from Big Lot. Had a nice little area where my clients can sit, and bought a little television for that. Then the main thing I had to do a little painting and get the tile on the floor. I think I had to spend like $1,200 just in doing the tile by itself. So, and then doing other little things. I purchased a sink. I wanted the bathroom to look very elegant, and had to put a little table in the back, and had me a little office. So I had my computer and everything there, and da 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 da. It was cool. So, that first salon was really, really, it was a challenge, and I was nervous and scared, and I almost stayed behind the chair working for a corporation because I was like, wow, I don't want to, you know, I was afraid. I wanted to step out, but then at the same time, I kept hearing, "Oh, girl, when them bills hit you and all this, da, 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 da." But see, I did a business plan. That was the main key. And I had to refer to that business plan every 6 months, really, because I didn't want to get complacent with my clientele. And then people get complacent with you and they start dropping off. And then we're going to talk about how to be a good CEO outside of even just talking about the business aspect, what you want to make sure that you have in place for as when you're doing certain services. And it's basically all what you should have learned in beauty school along the way, but I definitely want to tell you from experience that you must make sure, because I know there were a few times that there were certain services I wouldn't do if the client didn't sign a consent form, because I wanted to make sure that they didn't ruin my reputation. Like for instance, if they gotta tell you a lot, if you in the business, you know what I'm talking about. They will tell you, oh, I didn't. I didn't do it. Like they want color. And you said, when the last time you had a chemical service, or oh well, it was, I think, about 3 or 4 weeks, and they did it maybe like less than 2 weeks ago. So you don't want to do that service on that client when they're not, especially doing a color service behind a chemical service. That's a no. And that's a disaster waiting to happen for the most part. So those kind of things that we'll be talking about too, and to let you know from experience, and then some things what we just need to know, and then we need to do to protect ourselves and protect our businesses and be that beauty empire CEO that we can be, and be the best that we can be. And then we're going to talk a lot about the marketing. So we are you're building a community, and I hope that you will come and be a part of it, and let me know. And like I said, if there's any questions, anything you need to know about this beauty industry, please don't hesitate to ask. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be developing your business plan. And I'm going to tell you, writing out that plan I would say for the next 3 years now, because things are changing so fast. Even that, and it doesn't have to be a 50-page business plan. Don't worry about that. It doesn't have to be a 50-page plan, but you want to make sure that you got your basic information down, things that which way you want to go, mainly how much things are going to cost you, every little thing that you're going to need, and how you can make, outside of that break even point, how you're going to make a profit. Products, please, I didn't do this enough, but make sure that you have a plan for your products, selling other things that's going to be complementary to you just doing hair, or your staff just in there doing hair, or whatever it is. You want to make sure that they come to you guys for your every need. A lot of salons years ago used to be afraid to sell products because they felt like, well, if we sell you the product, then you're going to go home and do your own hair, and then you're not going to come to me. No, that was the wrong attitude to have, and that was the wrong mindset to have, and we shouldn't have had that mindset, but we did. Okay. So, and one of the other things I want to talk to you, and I'm going to give you information on, is making sure with this business plan, you want to put the expectation of the salaries or your salary, implement that in there. You don't want to be, even with clients are paying for their services, you don't want them to be coming and paying you out of your pocket, and you're just paying you like that old fashioned. You don't want that. You want to have a system set up in your beauty salon, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some softwares of what you need to use to make it make it operational and have your pricing structure. We will, your expenses and everything, advertisement, your taxes, insurances. We want to make sure that we have it this way. These are all the things that we're going to go deeply in and dive deeply into. And then also building your business credit, knowing how to properly do your tips. That's a major important thing too, because you don't want to be just you. This is your profession, okay? You want this to be so when you get ready to go try to purchase a home or anything, you want to show you outside of your business. You want to separate yourself from your business in the aspect of you having just like like the business is its own entity, and you are either the employee, or either you're like the manager but you're on salary, or either you're gonna however you decide to structure your business. And then if you got employees, you want to make sure you have it down to the T, how long it's going to take them to do each service, what just have a basic breakdown. And I got something for you for that too, on another video. So I'll make a note to myself that I need to give that pricing, yeah, breakdown. Okay, so I'm gonna get that for you. So the next time we talk or whatever, I have a sheet for you, and the only thing you can do is I set up a link and everything for that. So I wanted to break down like how much services would basically, cost. I mean, the time it allow, I mean, what they cost too, but the time that you are allotted, or if you have an employee, or even you if you're working by yourself right now, the time you are allotted to do each service, if you have that service, just basically a time frame, and then that'll keep you on track. So that'll keep you from having a bad reputation about, gosh, I was in that salon all day long. You know how some people used to do it. You have people sitting on top of each other, and you have them waiting, and you don't, and mainly if you feel like you're going to have an influx of people, get you an assistant, get you someone from the beauty schools to help you out. They will be glad, go talk to the beauty schools, go talk to the instructors or and the program directors there at the beauty schools, and saying, if any of your students need, go there and recruit them, just for coming in and possibly maybe paying them a little something to help out. I'm sure that they will be glad to be in that environment, because they will be learning too as well. So, these are some things that will help you, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them on the next video. But this right now, I'm going to just stop it right here, and this is all I want to share with you on this particular video. But there's going to be another part to this, so I hope that you took a little bit of this, what I said, and get your juices flowing about being the Beauty Empire CEO. And then we'll talk a little later, and we'll talk in another video. And I thank you so much for being here, and I thank you so much for sharing this video, and I thank you so much for liking the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, all right, thanks so much. And hopefully in the future, now we're going to go live. Now we're just not going to always be recording. We're going to go live. Okay, so I will let you know when I get on a schedule after the holidays to kind of got to completely go live. But here again, turn on your notifications, because you never know when I may be able to go live right now. Okay, until we get a little bit more structured with everything. So, but basically, and if I do go live, I will definitely work on going live early in the morning and probably doing like a podcast type thing, and then we'll talk about some more things. Okay, but if I hear any breaking news of anything too in the industry, I will definitely let you know too as well, because I'm here. I'm gonna get you together with all of this. Okay, all right. And thanks so much for listening, and it was nice giving you this information. And remember, it's going to be another part. I'm going to put this one, name this as part 1. Okay, all right, talk to you later. Bye bye.